Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what consistently leaves you disappointed but you just keep trying? Thinking my job will get better. Edit: thanks everyone for my first ever awards. I'd never expected this reaction. Happy to announce I have a job interview next week, so here's hoping. I left a job after 15 years. They were never going to improve and I was a fool, too afraid of change or too complacent in the convenience to take the risk. This only benefits them. They were underpaying me by at least $5/hour and taking advantage of my good nature and apprehension to leaving. It honestly made my anxiety so much worse in ways I hadn't realized until I left. What I'm saying is, find a way out. I've been with my current employer for about 15 years, and I have a third and final interview with a different company today after my shift. The pay and benefits will be better, and I would have so much less stress and pressure on me all the time. When I read your comment, it felt like I wrote it. Wish me luck. I'm hoping to resign tomorrow. Edit: thanks so much to all the well wishes and shows of support, but it's no longer necessary. I just got out of the interview, and I got the job. I love you all. I wish you all the best of luck in your careers as well. Trying to keep in contact with my one-sided friendships. I just cut off my best friend after 5 years of maintaining a one-sided friendship. Took me way too long to realize she was only my friend when it was convenient for her to have me as a friend. I'm getting there. I moved to another state, and whenever I visit my home state I have a friend of 10 years that I only get to see once in my 2 weeks of visiting, despite staying 30 minutes away from them, and seeing all of my other friends almost daily who live just as far. If I'm not meeting them halfway, and at a spot of their choosing, they will come up with an excuse saying that it's too far and traffic will be bad, so maybe another time. As if me flying across country to see him and my friends wasn't inconvenient enough for me. Only reason I haven't dropped him is because he will reach out to me when enough silence has happened between us. It's just hard to let go. Trying to enjoy my free time like I used to. It's weird how at a certain age you stop truly enjoy your free time, either because you're thinking about how soon it might end or you're too exhausted from work to give a fig. Mine is more looking around the house and seeing things to be cleaned, folded, dusted, etc. Free time is an illusion, Michael. When I'm at work I get pumped thinking about stuff I can do when I get home. The whole day I'll have this joy of going home and doing it. Drawing, movies, home improvement, etc. Then I get home and I just get this bored feeling. Like even just relaxing on the couch after work doesn't feel right. Edit: my top comment ever is about my crippling depression. Love you guys. Go cry. Edit #2, I'm on depression medication already. But I'll let everyone know. Tell your doctor everything. Hold back. They can't treat you if you are not honest. I do the exact same thing you do. I think about how productive my nights can be, but then I finally get off my 10-hour shift and drive 30 to 40 minutes home, and then when I finally get home I just wanna sit on the couch. And it feels wrong. I used to read so many more books. I just can't get into it like I used to, and it makes me sad. Social media / internet video makes it hard, I think. I'm working to decrease my internet intake, which is helping me get back into reading. I've gone from maybe 1 hour a week to about 30 minutes a day. I didn't stop reading one day, it tapered off. I'm working to taper it back up. Growing indoor plants. Sunlight is less powerful than you think through a window. Water less than you think you need to. Edit: since this is blowing up I'll add to this. I was a wedding venue groundskeeper and thus have almost a decade of experience growing, propagating, trimming, etc. Indoor plants have become my new hobby, given my new job is indoors. Plants start with dirt. Sand plus perlite plus earthy mix for succulents and desert varieties. Orchid bark and minimal sphagnum moss for orchids. Indoor potting soil for many indoor plants. I generally add perlite to aerate the soil, it prevents root rot but hurts water retention. Microwave soil to kill off pests if you suck at maintenance in general, before you plant your babies. Next is pots. Terracotta and orchid pots offer ventilation, should your plant need it. Terracotta keeps soil cooler via evaporation, and more evenly dry, than glazed ceramics or plastic. Plastic retains more water. Dark color pots retain more heat in sunlight. Quick Google searches will indicate what may help you in this regard, but this is more nuanced than the rest of my advice. Next is light. Unless whatever is in the window is hot to the touch when in sunlight, it's less sunny than you believe. Start in steady light, and if they don't like it, move them away periodically until they seem happy. Different cardinal directions, N, E, S, W, are something to consider when picking windows. Next is moisture. My indoor plants generally like to have dry dirt for a day or two before I water. I push my cacti and succulents way harder in that regard, but my prayer plant gets pissy if it's dry for more than a day. IDUC fruit flies / fungus gnats, you're watering too much or the soil is retaining too much moisture in general. Some plants, like the prayer plant and Venus flytrap, only want distilled water, not tap. Air plants like to soak in my aquarium once a week. You'll learn this as you go. Use an unpolished / unvarnished chopstick to test soil moisture in pots. Lastly, pests and disease are difficult to diagnose at first, but with time you will improve. Generally speaking, quarantine sick / infested plants until you have it under control. Fungicide and systemic pesticides are my go-to. Doing the whole neem oil thing is beyond my time. I have 3 jobs. Understand that these chemicals are not good for you, so take them outside to spray / treat them. Eventually you'll end up with 83 plants in your living room, with your office full of rooting hormone, fertilizers, bags of different substrates, and cutting experiments. And you'll be happy. Cheers. Edit 2. Orchid care is a whole other beast, so I will not delve into that. But if you microwave your soil, add some puddle water for beneficial bacteria. I add my aquarium water usually, but not everyone has an aquarium. Otherwise, use sealed bags of soil from inside the store or pasteurize your soil with boiling water. Dating. I joked with my friends that I had to stop dating while I'm trying to get a new job because there's only so much disappointment I can take. It's true though, rejection gives people physical pain. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Don't forget Sunday night when you start stressing about going to work on Monday. Ever have this dread on a Saturday because you're reaching the weekend halfway mark? Ordering fries from home. They always arrive cold. Get an air fryer, they reheat fries back to perfection. This / works for pizzas and sandwiches too. Edit, it figures my most upvoted comment so far is about food. I'm an air fryer advocate for life. Any competitive multiplayer video game with teammates. My 24-year-old daughter. I love her with all my heart and soul, but her addiction is disappointing. She lies constantly. She doesn't see my grandson misses her. I am constantly trying to get her to go to rehab. I tell her how important she is. I only speak to her in kind, loving words. She makes promises then disappears for weeks, sometimes up to a month, only to contact me again and restart the process of lies and false promises. ****, I do not give her money. She doesn't stay at my house, she lives on the streets and couch hops at her friends' houses, so I don't have much contact with her. She knows I don't approve of her lifestyle, but I also make sure she knows I love her. My younger daughter was murdered a few years ago. It devastated my family. On the 3-year anniversary of my younger daughter's death, my older daughter fell into addiction. ****. This is coming from an alcoholic and an addict. You cannot make an addict change. You can't. I know that's hard and so painful. But harsh realities are the only way an addict can even get close to wanting to change. When you're addicted to something, it feels like your lifeline. It feels like your truest and only friend. No matter what, you have to remember you have to take care of yourself and your grandson. If she wants to change, then she has to make the steps to do it. I'm so sorry you're going through this. But please take care of yourself first. You've done all you can. Edit, I didn't expect this to blow up, or receive so much positive response. Thanks for making my day and sharing your stories, guys. There's always hope. Remember that. Just hold yourself accountable. Accept the support when you're given it, and please don't give up on yourself. My stepdad said his moment of reawakening from his addiction to drugs was when he was certified dead for 10 minutes and they brought him back after a massive overdose. Sometimes it takes a really serious situation for people to see the path to getting true help. Making non-awkward conversation with strangers. Props for actually trying. It's easy for me to speak, but funny enough, it's my body language and eye contact that I can't seem to do better at. It's like I'm looking at myself out of body and thinking I look like a dumbass. It's hard to break out of the habit of internalizing yourself too much. My job as a teacher. Good God, I felt this one. I won't spam your comment with issues you're already aware of, but on top of it all I currently have double viral conjunctivitis from a kid whose parents sent them to school sick. Just another fun perk of teaching. Constantly catching new illnesses and not being paid enough to get them treated. As a college student who's set to become a HS history teacher in 2 years, the sheer negativity I see coming from teachers about their jobs is discouraging to say the least. Edit, turned off reply notifications to tune out everyone telling me to not become a teacher. This is my calling and I'm more than excited about this career. When I told one of my professors that I was planning to go into teaching, they immediately replied to try to get into AP or IB as soon as I could. I didn't listen for a few years, and even tried to change careers after my first year but couldn't find what I was looking for. Now that I've switched curriculum, I would never go back. It's a totally different experience.